Oh yeah, say man, hey man, it gotta go down. And I'm talking about Brian Norman, my man Brian Norman Jr. and Teofimo Lopez. It's getting real between them two. And B Norman just check Teofimo and put him in his place, if you ask me. Right? Now, Brian Norman recently came out and he pretty much gave his hit list. You know what I'm talking about? He want to fight Boots Ennis after his next fight. And then he want all the smoke with Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, the Teofimo Lopez that like the clout chase and run his mouth. And if you mad about what I'm saying, bite blood out your bottom lip, because I'm just keeping it a buck. We know that T.O. man will do anything to get some attention. You know, he must have not got too much attention when he was a kid growing up. But that's a whole different story in itself. But Brian Norman and T.O., it was rumors a while back that they were supposed to fight each other. I don't know what happened. Brian Norman was on board for it. T.O., he claiming that he never heard nothing about a Brian Norman fight, right? Well, we know that's a lie because it was going all around the internet, right? It was rumors going around all around the internet that they were supposed to fight. But he says that he knew nothing about it and nobody ever came to him about a Brian Norman fight. Well, now it gotta happen because today they got into it. And let's just go over what was said between Brian Norman Jr. and T.O. Let me get these little tweets that they was tweeting back and forth, and I'm gonna just read them off to y'all, man. But yeah, this gotta happen. This gotta happen. And then I'm gonna cook on it after and give y'all my thoughts on what was said between the two. Now, so I don't know if T.O. felt some type of way because Brian Norman put T.O. on his hit list, but T.O., he come and he says, you didn't want to fight Boots when you had the chance, all because of money. I fought Lomachenko. Of course, he always gonna bring up that Lomachenko situation. I fought Lomachenko, the number one pound for pound, and returned home with less than $500K. You do not believe in yourself, and that's all the fighter needs to do to win. But hey, good luck on your tune-up. Now, how you talking about good luck on your tune-up, like basically trying to throw a shot when your last couple fights should have been tune-ups, right? That's what they should have been called, but you were struggling with them. But anyway, you know, so B. Norman, he come back and he say, and look at you now, complaining about money, which is true, mad at us black fighters because we get paid more than you do. We all know that's a fact. He mad at all black fighters. He didn't win on plenty, temper tantrums, right? Crying about, oh, you just want to support the black fighters. You can have them black fighters, calling black fighters monkeys and everything, right? So we know Brian Norman telling the truth. So he says, mad at us black fighters because we get paid more than you. Now you have to try to talk crazy just so people can want to watch you, and they still don't care. Don't worry about Crawford. Come and try to take my belt. You know, tell them straight up, like, hey, since you talking all that talk, you on my hit list and we got to get it popping. Now, this is what I feel about the situation, right? Because what Brian Norman said, he pretty much summed it all up, right, in a few words. Because what Teofimo Lopez is doing right now, right? He's trying to get clout by calling out Jaron Ennis, and he knows that he ain't gonna take no Boots Ennis fight. See, a lot of y'all fooled by this. T.O. is just doing like, okay, well, let me call out the biggest name I can at the next division, right? Let me make it look like I got so much courage, I'm willing to get in there with anybody, right? Let me make it look like that, right? So he calls out Boots Ennis, knowing that fight ain't gonna happen, but Boots is in the situation now because of the whole Virgil Ortiz thing, right? He in the situation now to where when the fight don't happen, Tio knows how to play the media. So who's gonna get blamed when this fight don't happen? Everybody gonna point the finger at Boots. And Tio knows that, so he using Boots' name, right? He calling out people like Terrence Crawford, knowing that he's not gonna get in the ring with Bud Crawford. He ain't gonna get in the ring with Bud Crawford. So what Brian is basically saying is like, you clout chasing, you trying to get attention, and you calling out fighters that you know you're not gonna fight. But you can fight me though, right? You can fight me. Come and try to take my belt. Stop calling out Bud Crawford. Stop using names like Ennis, people that you know you ain't gonna fight, and me and you can get it popping, right? And that's basically what he's saying. And like, you know, you hating on black fighters, right? Because you're jealous, right? Deep down inside, you're jealous. I don't know if a black fighter, you know, took one of your women or what it is, but you jealous and you're mad, right? And then you're doing all type of clown shit to get attention, to get people to talk about you. And that's what Tio does. And then when it don't work, he throws a temper tantrum and he cries. That's just what it is. You know what I'm talking about? Dude, you still fighting in the Hulu theater. They can't even put Tio in the arena. But you talking about that you this and you the takeover. What have you taken over? You struggling with guys like Sandor Martin, the last fighter that you fought, right? So you struggling with fighters that people think that you should be blowing through. Like, you really lost to Jermaine Ortiz. You feel me? So you're not even getting the job done in the fashion you should be getting the job done. But you calling out Bud Crawford and Boots? Come on, man. But now you got somebody that you can really make a fight with, right? It's easy to make that fight. B. Norman is a top-ranked fighter. He's a champion at top rank at 147. And you a champion at top rank at 140 pounds. So it ain't hard to make that fight. Like B. Norman said, I'm not hard to find. Me and you can make it happen. You want to talk about the situation between me and Boots, right? Well, me and you can make it happen. You ain't got to worry about what happened between me and Boots. And so, man, this is a fight that must happen. It gotta happen now. And man, I got my man B. Norman stopping. I got Brian Norman stopping Teofimo Lopez. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. I want to see the fight. Would y'all like to see this fight? Drop a comment in my comment section. Make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.